You are now chopping it up with the Nerd Barbershop Podcast.
Thank you.
The summer will be heating up before you know it, but your drinks, they don't have to. You can chill out with The Frozen Pour, an anthology of slushy recipes from author Taryn Williams, available on Lulu.com. The Frozen Pour is your guide to icy, flavorful cocktails that'll turn any moment into a celebration. Whether you're unwinding after a long day or hosting the party of the season, there's a slushy for every occasion. They're simple to make, delicious to sip, and cooler than your average cocktail. Why settle for the ordinary when you can pour frozen perfection? The Frozen Pour, an anthology of slushy recipes from author Taryn Williams, is available right now on Lulu.com. Order your copy today and raise a frosty glass of unforgettable flavors.
We'll do a brand new episode of the Nerd Barbershop Podcast. I'm Taryn Williams. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode of the podcast and hanging out with me for a little bit. In this episode of the podcast, as you can tell by the title, I'm very excited to talk about this. We're going to be talking about the brand new, newly announced Marvel fighting game from Arc System Works, Marvel Tokon Fighting Spirits. Super excited. And it's supposed to come out next year, 2026. So let's get into it. So of the time we're recording this podcast, Sony did their state of play, which happened the day before. And which is actually one of the best state of play they've had in a very, very long time. You know, at the end of the state of play, they show like their big game. So they showed Ghost of Yotai, which they showed very, very briefly, but then they switched to something else, and you start seeing Cap and Iron Man going at it in this really Japanese aesthetic, and it's a fighting game. Not only is it a fighting game, it's a Marvel fighting game. Not just a Marvel fighting game, it's a Marvel fighting game by Arc System Works. It's super insane, really, really crazy. I was actually watching Maximilian, his YouTube stream. He was watching it live, so I was just watching it with him. His reaction was insane. My reaction was insane. I was popping off at home. He's popping off live on camera. It was insane. I'm pretty sure Twitter probably exploded. But no one saw this coming, because Arc System, they made Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is really popular. They made Guilty Gear Strive, Guilty Gear Xrd, and the Grand Blue series, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, which is the newest, which is like the last was kind of the big update for Grand Blue. So they've done pretty well. And you knew they were working on a new game. Nobody knew what. A lot of people thought, Dragon Ball FighterZ 2. People were thinking like a Dragon Ball FighterZ game, but with One Piece characters, would make a lot of sense. So they already have the ties of anime fighters and things like that. They were like, no, F all that. We got Marvel. But not only do we got Marvel's blessing, Sony went to Arc System. It was like, hey, we want y'all to make this game. And then they went to Marvel, like, hey, we want to make a Marvel game. We want Arc System to do it. It's insane. They even show like a little behind the scenes of like kind of different representatives from like the three companies talking about their experience and how it came to be. It was so cool, where I guess Arc System was still on Marvel, like kind of like, I think they were showing them the Marvel fighting game that Marvel would like, maybe. And Marvel was like, nah, let us see what would be the fighting game you guys want to make. So they're like, okay. They probably like redesigned everybody and showed them what they wanted, and Marvel's like, yeah, let's do that. And just from the art style, how the characters look, they look insane. Like Iron Man looks like a Gundam. Just throw it out there. He's just really like, it's just so cool, so different. It has the Japanese animation, Japanese kind of art style, like the manga inspired. It looks very Toonami. It looks very, very much, you will see this on Toonami at 11:30 p.m. on a Saturday night, easily. And I'm not mad at that at all. So, and also what makes the game even more insane is gonna be a team-based 4v4. So, it's gonna be 4v4 is crazy. Like, and everyone thought Marvel vs. Capcom 4 would be 4v4 because that's kind of, you think, the natural progression. So not only is Capcom not making this game, we're probably not going to get Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, we're probably not going to get a Marvel vs. Capcom game for a very, very, very long time. Which Max said, which I can say was really sad. Just as a long-time Marvel vs. Capcom fan, I played a bunch of them. I didn't play Children of the Atom until much later. Like, I'm playing Children of the Atoms actually now because I have like a way to play it. But I know Children of the Atoms. But I played X-Men, Marvel superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel, I played all of them. Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I didn't play. The only one I didn't play was Tatsunoko vs. Capcom because I didn't have a Switch. But other than that, I've played all of them. Like, I've been engrossed in that world and that character and this design, and I've been there. So it's kind of saddening, but really cool to see the Arc System gets a chance at this and get a crack at it. And they've already got 8 characters done. They showed off 8 characters. So they showed off, like I said, Captain America and Iron Man. They showed Miss Marvel and Storm, Doctor Doom and Star-Lord, and then Spider-Man and Ghost Rider. But not just any Ghost Rider. Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, who is the current Ghost Rider in the comic continuity, which is super dope. So it's just like, what? And Max kind of complained that they only show Storm as the X-Men as the first, like, the only X-Men character. But it's like, we can. They showed the X-Men character. This is, they did that. So, it being Storm is really good because Storm is, of course, one of the most powerful mutants in the comics. So why not Storm get her shine? Also, she also popped off during X-Men 97. But I'm pretty sure you're going to see Wolverine. You're going to see Cyclops. I wouldn't be surprised if Gambit was in it. I do want to talk about characters that might be in it, but we'll get to that maybe later on in the podcast. But it looks cool. All their style, like I said, Iron Man looks like a mecha. I love what they did with Captain America, where he wears like this kind of bulky kind of biker jacket. Star-Lord has like his kind of jacket, but it looks like they took some inspiration a little bit from Marvel Rivals. How Marvel Rivals kind of took the character designs. It kind of went this more bulkier design, not in a bad way, but really stylized. And I feel like our system was like, okay, if they can stylize, we can stylize. And they stylized the hell out of these characters. Like, Doctor Doom has like the fur around his cloak and stuff. Super nice. Even like one thing I really like about with Doctor Doom's his design is when he uses some of his plasma lasers, some of his plasma beams and stuff. They use the Kirby Crackle, which Jack Kirby used for like power and stuff in the comics. They actually added that into the animations of some of his beams. I'm not sure if everybody will get that, but Doctor Doom has it for sure. So maybe some of the other, maybe more powerful characters that uses beams, they might have the Kirby Crackle in their beams design. We'll see what they do, but that's such a cool little nice touch. Like, everything looks smooth and colorful and bright, and there's no voices. There's no American voices because of course there isn't, because it's all these Japanese voice actors at the time. But everybody looks cool. They even got supers, like these big cinematic supers, and just they have like the team combos, and it's just great. Like, even some of the stages look very much like they look like classic Capcom stages too, like kind of like a wink and a nod at kind of the history of what they come from. Really, really cool. Even like on the website, if you read through the website, it doesn't have like a lot of information. They say, like, oh yeah, we're gonna take you on a wild ride. It's like, wait, are these references? Like, what are y'all doing? But they know, like, they understand the magnitude of this game and the connection for Marvel fighting games to Capcom, and for Arc to kind of now take that reign. It's a kind of a passion of the torch, maybe. But we don't know what happened if Capcom didn't want to do it. Or maybe Capcom, we were saying, maybe Marvel or Capcom for SNK 3 now might be more on the horizon. Capcom got to have another big game up their sleeve really, really soon. So it's just like, what? Because you probably think NRS is probably working on another game. Capcom has to be working on another game. And probably Namco Bandai might be working on another game. Maybe. We'll see. Well, Tekken 8 just came out last year. So Tekken just became a year old. So maybe not yet. They might be a couple ways away from maybe making a new game, quote unquote. But Capcom probably got something cooking, and NRS probably has something cooking, probably. And now Arc System was like, oh yeah, we've been cooking. So I'm really excited. I'm really curious about. They show some gameplay and how stuff looks. I kind of like this idea where they kind of have like the like an active switch that's in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It's also in Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, where you have your assist come in, do something, and then you can switch out. Then you can just switch control to the assist and keep doing stuff. It's like a soul swap, which is kind of cool. Which might be the fighting spirit, quote unquote, in the game. There's like a green soul, and so you have the assist, and then that green little spark goes to like the character that you're actually controlling. You can kind of keep going. It's really cool. And seeing like 4 characters seeing 8 characters on screen at once, 4 on each team, just throwing out beams and assists and stuff, is wild. It's like, what is happening? It's really exciting. And again, the game's supposed to come out next year, so they're gonna start dropping news really, really quick. I'm pretty sure Summer Games Fair they're probably gonna show more characters. So I kind of do want to talk about characters a little bit, like who could be in this game. I think Daredevil's gonna be in this game because there's actually one of the stages had Matt Murdock in it, or Matt Murdock. I can't say his name for some reason. So I think Daredevil will be in it. I think the Fantastic Four will be in it because their movie's about to come out in July. So I think the Fantastic Four will probably be in it. I mean, of course, Wolverine, Cyclops, Gambit will probably be in it. I would love to see Jubilee. I think that'd be cool. They said I think in the behind the scenes that they're gonna show characters that haven't been in any fighting games before. So I'm really curious to see, or like Marvel characters that have been in fighting games. I'm curious about that. White Tiger will be dope. I hope we see Miles, Spider-Gwen, and Spider-Punk. I think so you have 4 different Spider-Men. I hope they play all drastic because they all do different things. So they have like the same quirks, Spider Swing and stuff like that. But seeing them all do Miles with electricity, Spider-Punk with kind of mute. I don't know what Spider-Punk actually does. Like it's kind of like his specialty with his spider powers. Of course, Gwen can turn invisible and stuff like that because she's Ghost Spider. So I'm very curious about that. That'd be cool to have 4 different Spider-Man. Might be kind of cheap, but whatever. I hope Iron Fist comes back. Hope Iron Fist and Luke Cage. That'd be dope. Heroes for Hire. Echo would be dope. Like her TV show happened. A lot of people probably didn't watch it, but I think Echo would be really, really cool. As someone kind of different. Kingpin would be dope. I'm trying to think. Bullseye would be sick again from Daredevil. Actually, even what's his name? Was it not Mosaic? It was Muse. Muse would be sick from Daredevil. That'd be a cool, like maybe sub boss of the game. Have Muse from Daredevil. That'd be pretty badass. I think Yelena will probably be in it. They probably won't do Black Widow, or they'll probably do Black Widow, but it won't be Natasha Romanoff. It'll probably be Yelena. Bucky will probably be in it. You gotta have Winter Soldier. You probably have a lot of the Thunderbolts. Maybe Taskmaster comes back. I like Taskmaster a lot. Ghost will be dope. I don't know if you need John Walker. We have Cap, but I do think you could do U.S. Agent. He's more just kind of a grounding, like a really just kind of dirty Captain America, just really mucking stuff up Captain America. That'd be cool if you had a lot of the Thunderbolts. I think Captain Marvel should be in it, or not Captain. Well, Captain Marvel should be in it, but Captain Carter, Peggy Carter, who became Captain Carter in What If, because I think she should be in it. Katori needs to be in it. If you haven't seen What If Season 2, please watch for Katori, who's like the newest Marvel. They made her specifically for What If. I hope she appears in Secret Wars, and she should definitely be in that game. You put Katori, or Kahorti. You put Kahorti and Birdie from What If Season 3. I think they both should be in the game. I think that'd be sick. Just some new blood. But there's so many places they can go. There's so many places, I think Black Panther, of course, but it should have Black Panther, Killmonger, and Shuri. Throwing that out there. That'd be sick. You have 3 different versions of the Black Panther. That'd be dope. Or Killmonger wasn't technically Black Panther. He was technically just Killmonger, but and they shouldn't be just color swap. They should be their own characters and do very unique and different things. Trying to think who else could be in it. That's just kind of. I mean, Magneto, of course, needs to be in it. Trying to think. Other characters. I said Iron Fist. I said Fantastic Four, of course. Yeah, we already got Spider-Man. I mean, Hulk, of course. You need Hulk. Actually, let's just do World Breaker Hulk. Like, not just Incredible Hulk. Let's just go completely balls to the wall. Just do World Breaker Hulk. Just go nuts. Just have that version of the Hulk. And, just let him just be, let World Breaker Hulk be like a boss or something. Just something crazy, But yeah, maybe Silver Surfer, Galactus, Thanos. I mean, you can have Thanos. I'm trying to think of, there's so many characters you could pick from. They're from the pantheon of Marvel. I'm just kind of going a little MCU, a little comic book. Some of my favorite characters that I personally like growing up. I mean, Falcon, of course. I mean, do you do Falcon or do you do Sam Wilson? I mean, I think if you did Captain America, Sam Wilson, that could be an alternate costume for Sam Wilson. So you have Falcon, you have Captain America Falcon. I think that'd be cool. Just because he could just be something different with his paraslide or with his glider and everything, and like how he uses, like he could be really a really fun character. But yeah, I think it could be dope. Oh, and I can't forget Wanda, because you gotta have Wanda. I think Wanda would be nuts. Wanda and Vision probably be stupid. But there's so many characters, of course. Then you have like Agatha Harkness, who could be in it, who could be a boss, who could be like a mini boss of some kind. You have Wiccan, You know, you could do the Young Avengers if you wanted to, just to give kind of like some younger. Cause you already had Miss Marvel, so I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do Hawkeye, but they put Kate Bishop in it just to kind of get the Young Avengers feel, which would be cool. Which I wouldn't be mad at. Like America Chavez should be in it because she's really dope, and her portal ability would be really sick. Oh yeah, it's a couple of fun characters you can do. Just doing some new different characters, just kind of give you a little bit of everything. But it has a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential in this game. There's a lot of hype for it. I mean, when it comes out, possibly next year, you know, there's gonna be a lot of eyes on it. You know, we know Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna sell like $450 billion next year, but Marvel Fighting Spirits is definitely gonna be up there especially for the fighting game community. Like, it's just in Marvel fans. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Like, I'm really excited. I want to see more. I can't wait to. Hopefully, there's a beta. Fingers crossed. And also, it's gonna be on PlayStation 5, Steam, Epic Game Store, but not Xbox, because it's a PlayStation game. So it'll be on PlayStation 5 and PC, but not Xbox. Which, sorry, Microsoft fans, it is what it is. It'd be like that. Y'all know what it is. Like, it happens. Because this is a Sony project, so they're not gonna put anything on Xbox. But at least it's on PC, so that'd be nice. So if you have a PC, you'll be able to play it. I can't wait. Hopefully there's a beta. If there is a beta, I'll definitely be playing. I will be putting up videos for that and talking about that. But I'm really excited about this game. I can't wait to see more and talk about it more, because I'm really curious what Arc System Work does and see how this trio of Marvel, Sony, and Arc System Work does with this game. But thanks so much for listening to the Nerd Barbershop Podcast. I greatly appreciate it. I know the episodes have been consistent. I actually do want to do kind of like a life update video just to talk about some stuff, because I got a new job, working back on the work grind. But my schedule is a lot different. I have more flexibility. I have weekends available, so I do want to talk about that and try to throw in some more streaming, some more podcasts, some more uploads and things like that into the schedule. So thank you so much for supporting the podcast. I greatly appreciate it. On the river, Slicing Dicing Gaming, Nonsense Motto Lifestyle. See you next podcast. Later.